And it says we're live. Hello, everybody. I just realized that Allison and I are wearing black and white.
Yeah,
And I was gonna say that's the cutest shirt because Michigan got some snow, I hear.
we did. We got I don't know, we probably got we have I wouldn't say we got 2 to 4 inches depending on where you were.
Yeah, Buffalo's going to be getting hit soon, but we're kind of like, we just had a few little flurries. So
I didn't know we were getting snow, and I woke up early. I was at Anthony's till like 3, and then I went ahead and went home because the dogs and everything. And then I woke up at like 8, and there was just snow on everything. So it happened
must have
between
been
those
pretty.
hours, and then it snowed again during the
Snow.
day today. So
Yes. And Ange says, we got snow here too in Ontario, Canada. Yes. And so did rain. I heard rain got hit and she lost power too for a while.
oh,
Took
I
about four and a
hate
half
that.
hours. No
Yeah,
heat,
she's got a
nothing.
generator though, I think.
I don't know if she does, but she says
I
when the
think she
power came
does.
back on, she said, oh, I turn up that heat. So,
Yeah. I mean, the generator, you don't necessarily want to mess with it unless it's been out for a while. But and I could be wrong, but
so
I think she does. A little
I
one.
think she does too. And Ange was here. Hello, Ange. Ange is hanging out with us, and so was Janet. And then there we were talking about Arizona a little bit. And there's Magus. Hello, Magus, my dear. Because Janet's in Arizona. I was like, hey, I lived in Flagstaff for about 8 years, so we were chatting about that. And there's I don't know if I already said Judith, so hello, Judith, my dear. And I did see a certain someone. I will get to you in a second. Teresa Hadarian is here. And let's see, where did he? Oh, there's Miss Moonlight. Hello, Miss Moonlight. And there is Gerald. Howdy, Heather and Allison, heading to dinner. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy you and Jeffrey. And Tom, wow. Okay, I
Hey
have arrived.
Tom.
The show may begin. It's not the same without you, Tom. Not without my regulars. There's Ellen is here. Oh my goodness. Carolyn! Happy Thanksgiving to you and Peter. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who are in the States that celebrate. I hope everybody had a nice day yesterday. We didn't have a turkey dinner, but we did have some steak. We splurged. And we got some steak, mashed potatoes, some fire roasted mushrooms with broccoli. Oh, it was yummy. So we had our nice dinner. It's good to see you, Carolyn. Everyone's saying hello to everybody, wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving. And hopefully, I don't know if all of you, I never do Black Friday. We just hunkered in and we stayed in and we don't go out at all.
I
And
did for the first time.
really,
First time ever.
you
I've
did Black
never gone out the
Friday.
day after Thanksgiving ever.
Wow. No, I did retail. So when Shannon and I were done having to work, we avoid, you
Oh, I
know,
worked.
Black
I worked
yeah,
Friday a
Black
couple
Friday.
times.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
we avoid it.
Mm-hmm. Or Black Friday. I
No.
said Good Friday. Black Friday. I
Oh,
worked at Lululemon years ago.
really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when my
Okay.
son was right after my divorce, and um I needed to work part time. It was for my sanity and blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
But
So,
anyways, yeah, yeah, it was a really good company to work for too. Then I don't know what it's like now.
yeah. And Miss Moonlight says, Allison, the winter weight is one of my
Breaking it out
favorites.
today. Breaking it out
Oh,
today. My man got
very
it for me
nice.
last
Last
Christmas.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, last Christmas. Yeah,
And it's so pretty, all glittery. And Tom says, I braved Barnes and Noble today and Best Buy because I needed an adapter.
I was at Best Buy.
But it wasn't that bad out this year, thankfully. Well, that's good to hear.
It wasn't either where we were. We went to. We were at Verizon for quite a while. I
I need
got
to go
new
there.
phones and all that almost 2 weeks ago, and then Anthony went today and did it, and then we went to Kohl's, Dick's Sporting Goods, Best Buy.
Wow. The sleigh did get around today. Santa sleigh.
Well, it's all together. It's all right there. But we wanted to go to all those
Mhm.
places, and then we were going to go to Sam's, but we didn't end up going, which is like Costco. I don't know if they have it where you are, Heather, but we were going to go tomorrow. Did we
They
go
don't have
anywhere
one
else?
somewhere out here. We have BJ's Wholesale too, out
And
here as well. But Sam's Club is like the big one here because of the WalMarts, in the area. So, excuse me. Ellen says I was also out today, and the shopping crowds were not that bad. Because I think
it
most
wasn't
people
that
now are
bad where we
shopping
were.
online. They're
When we
shopping
were
a
at
lot more.
Kohl's, the line was super long, but they had like 8 registers or 10 registers
Okay.
open, like and I mean, we were way back in line and we probably only stood in line maybe 10 minutes. It
Oops.
was no big deal at all. It really wasn't.
Miss Moonlight got five. We got like 5 inches of snow last night. So
We
was that?
probably got about 5 cumulative because it snowed on and off today. Yeah, it's very
So
pretty out. It's pretty.
yeah, it
So,
is.
and it's cold, so it's not gonna melt, not right away anyways. It's cold and there's a wind chill right now. It's cold.
Yeah, and Tom said he got a phone, and Angela's like, "I need a new phone. What did you get, Tom?" And he said he got. I need a new one too, but where did he just say he got the 16 Pro Max? And I think that's
That's
what
what
you
my
got,
son
did you?
got,
Oh, your son
Tom. I
got
got
that
that
one.
for my son and I got the plus, the 16 plus.
Mine's I think 11, but that's okay. It still works. Hello, Jenny. Welcome. And there's Moira. Hello, Moira. I don't know if I said hi, but Isadora is here. Um, hi all on my phone and not tagging. Oh, you are fine, Gerald. You can go tagless one night, right? Say no to the tag. Let's see. Everyone, yeah, Moira, I need a new phone too. Let's see. No snow, but it was wintry today. It was good time to test your winter coat. Yeah, Shan got a new one. I made him get a new one this year. He charged it. It was a good price. Yep, I still have mine. I think mine's 11. Um, I got my, yep, me too, Janet. 2016, 2017. That's when I got mine. So that's how, but like I said,
I had
as it still
my
works.
so I just traded in my 14. I have 14. But before that, I had a 6 plus forever. And I loved it and I didn't want to get rid of it. And I used it. And I had that phone for a very long time because the 14 that I just traded in, I've had it for not quite, no, I've had it for 2 years, just over 2 years. And I just wanted to switch carriers, blah, blah, blah. My son needs a new phone
Me
because he
too.
uses his phone all the freaking time. And so I was like, fine. And they always make it so that it's a better deal if you get 2 instead of 1. And I wanted to switch carriers and I just said, fine. And I just did it. But I will say this much, not that I'm because I'm not a big electronics person. The
Me
camera
either.
is just amazing. And I don't even have the Pro Max. This is the plus,
Wow.
which I like pluses. I don't know about everybody else. I like the plus. My last one was a regular one. This is a plus. I prefer the plus. I like the big phone. And it's not huge, the iPhone. It's not like an Android or something.
It's probably nice to
Um,
take pictures of artwork with. That's what I would like.
the
A new camera.
pictures are just
Yep, that's
it's
what Tom says too.
amazing to me. Yeah, the camera
Amazing.
is just insane. And like I'm on my camera now. I mean, you could see, or my phone now, you could see how nice the picture is.
Oh
Um,
wow. Miss Moonlight, I have a 12 Pro Max and use Mint Mobile, pay $15 a month for phone. Well, that's a deal. That's nice. And Judith says she's got a pretend Samsung iPhone from over 10 years ago. And oh, and Janet, this is funny. This is my second phone. First one I threw in the toilet.
did
Janet.
you know? And this was probably you guys knew. I didn't know. Did you know your phone can get wet now and it doesn't screw it up?
I don't know about mine because it's so old, but
Right. I'm talking about now, and I
the
don't know when
new
it
ones.
started, how many phones back, but it's like it has to be submerged, and it's Tom might know, and it's some
Yep.
like amazing amount of time, and then it'll go bad. But it like used to be, I remember when I worked years ago, I worked at a ski outlet place, and again after my divorce, and I did it in the winter, so Wyatt and I could get free season passes to snowboard, which is why I did it. And I only had to work like 15 hours a week or something stupid. And so I did it for the season passes. But anyway, because it's very expensive for season passes, like at Squaw, it's like hundreds and
I've had
hundreds and
them.
hundreds of dollars. I don't even know what it is now. Anyways, I went into the bathroom
I see.
And I had my phone in my back pocket and I forgot. And I'm a girl, right? So you pull your pants down to go to the bathroom. My phone fell in the toilet and it got wet. Like, and I mean, I had it midair. And now I can't remember. Did I end up swapping that in? Because I always get insurance. I can't remember now. But anyways, back then you couldn't get your phone wet. You couldn't get your iPhone wet. Now it doesn't even matter. You can get it wet.
Yeah. Tom says there is a depth and time threshold.
There
Thankfully, I
is.
haven't had to
Yeah.
see it.
But like if it falls in the toilet, nothing's gonna happen
Yeah.
to it. You just dry it off. That's it. It's
Oh, and
nothing.
this is so nice, Carol. I'm happy to hear that. Our neighbors shared their Thanksgiving dinner with us. They packed it up and Peter picked it up.
Oh, that's
So that
nice.
was so sweet of them.
Yeah.
Very nice. And Judith says a rice bag works for me when my phone landed in the toilet.
Yes.
Some people
Yeah.
swore by that.
You could save them back in the day, like if it was super quick, but there was a point like back when I did it, because I got divorced in 09. So this was probably my
Oh, it's been a
iPhone
while.
3 or my iPhone 4 when they first came out, because I got the first one and then I got the second. I don't remember. It was either the 3 or the 4.
Let's see. And Isadora says, Santa, if you're listening, I like the Motorola Razor. So
I don't even think they make those anymore.
there's certain one. I think Motorola is one of the top
You can get a
companies.
straight flip phone.
I think so. I think some of it's coming back too. I think there's a couple of companies that still offer the
Maybe
flip
for
phones.
children, that would make sense. Little kids, that because you're these days you want
He's
your kid
like,
to have a
yeah.
phone. Even little kid phones. Little kids should have phones because just the way the
That's
world
true.
is now. But you don't necessarily want them to have smartphone, which is essentially a computer. So
Yeah, and Anne says, yep, you can still get flip phones.
that's crazy.
Yeah, for children and boomers. Wait a minute, where is
That's
that?
what, yeah, that's what my sister's father-in-law, that's all he needs. He needs one with 4 giant buttons just to call a couple people and that's it. He keeps doing some crazy ass stuff on his smartphone. They're gonna take his phone away.
I remember before we left Arizona, there was a phone out for seniors called the Jitterbug, and the buttons were big so that you can see, and everything was very clear. Shan's like,
Like one of
I
those
would
little
rather
Fisher
have
Price
one of those.
phones. Boop
Yep.
boop. Like your kids, whatever,
And there
pizza.
are expensive
It's
flip
like,
phones. They're bringing some of them back now. Remember when they used to flip up and you had the little keyboard before the iPhone? Well, some of those are coming back and they're trying
the
to get them
BlackBerry was
popular
like
again.
that.
They were, but
The
they're new
BlackBerry was
ones.
the worst. Oh my God.
But the new ones
Painful. Remember when you have to
seem to
text and you'd be like ABC JKL? Take you 30 minutes to say I'm here.
It's a foldable smartphone, the new iPhone the Motorola Razors. So
Interesting.
they're bringing the foldables back. Boy, Chad is jumping. How about everyone saying hello? Because Fatima joined us, CB joined us, and hello, Anne. Um, what are the only buttons you need? Oh, the number buttons. Yeah, Anna, we haven't even decided yet if we're going to do readings or not, sweetheart. So just hang tight, my dear. We're just catching up, seeing what everybody did for Thanksgiving and for Black Friday, if they just stayed home. And I think it's probably less busy in the stores now because so many people do their shopping online.
Oh, yeah.
So
Like
it
I said, it
makes
wasn't even bad here. And we got snow. But part of the reason we did get snow last night, and it was not in the forecast exactly. And so I think a lot of people just said bag it. They woke up and suddenly very cold, and with snow, you're a lot of people, like if you're kind of half interested in going, you're gonna decide you're not going at that point.
yeah.
That would be my
I'll
guess.
just wait. And I used to worry because Shan, worked overnights for so many years, and I would always kind of worry about him, especially with being at Walmart, because you would see the videos and how people would knock, some people would rush so much that Walmart employees would get hurt. They would get trampled. Some people got killed. And so whenever Shan did the overnights, I'm always like, honey, please be careful, when you're leaving, because sometimes the money, thing just drives people to
Walmart is
craziness.
a crazy magnet. Come on.
And then for a while at the mall too. You know, you had to watch out for the mall.
Yeah, in certain areas. Yes.
Yeah. And our Walmart up here in Niagara Falls is actually, from what we learned, is the most stolen from, had the most crime or theft, I think, of all the Walmarts in the Western New York area. And so they have to keep so much stuff locked up, like, you know, lighters and certain types of laundry detergent, baby formulas got to stay locked up, deodorant has to stay locked up. I mean, it's just it's crazy, you know. um but yeah, still one of the few places where we can get, you know, certain meats and stuff, for a price that fits our budget. And hello, Ever Inferno. Hello. Wait a minute here. It's doing it again. Okay, why are you doing that? So it's weird. Give me a second, everybody. Stupid StreamYard. It won't let me click on the person I want to click. There we go. It jumps up to the one above it or below it. I don't know if it's taking for too long for it to catch up on itself. So that's what happens when I do that. So we had a weird Walmart death in Canada recently. Oh no, oven related. Oh, Moira. Ugh, that's
I
awful.
saw in my feed on YouTube recently, I don't think it was Walmart. Did anybody see how that
Beef.
I don't know if it was a grocery store, but somebody died. It was under very suspicious I can't talk. The situation was very suspicious. Somebody ended up in the walk-in freezer and died.
Oh,
And then a viral video went viral of somebody that worked there that
right.
showed how the freezer works and was showing how there's no way that could accidentally happen.
Yep. So
So
someone had a beef with somebody. Mm,
it looked like there was probably foul play, most likely. So I have
Oh,
my winter weight. It's so cute.
yes.
I love
Um.
this deck.
So I think
It's a
we
little chunky, but other than that, I love it.
are all caught up. So what did you want to read on tonight? Just general, or um just open the floor and see what the questions are? I want to use my new deck that I got for my birthday from Ange. I absolutely love the artwork in this deck. So I want to be able to use that and one of my tarots. Moira says, I love my Halloween weight. Yes, I know a lot of people love their Halloween decks.
Oh,
And hello, Nathan.
who said that?
Moira.
Moira. So is it this one by Tarot Collectibles? I think that's probably what she's talking about.
Let's see. I'm looking
Is it
for.
this one? Because this came inside. This is the leaflet that came inside of my winter weight, showing the creator working on the Halloween. So it would have come out. I got this last Christmas, and then it came with the magician. This was going to be the magician card for that deck. And then this is the world card for that deck. These are stickers
Oh,
that came
that's
as little
cute.
bonuses. Just kind of like advertising that deck. I would like to have that deck. I probably can't get it at this point. I wouldn't mind having that deck.
Okay, I'm going to put in here.
See if she says if it's Tarot Collectibles or not.
Yeah, I'm just
The
going
guy's
ahead.
in Ireland.
Okay.
I
So
know
what?
Anthony paid a lot of money for
Yes,
this
the
deck.
non-glitter version, she said.
Right. He tried to get the original version last year at Christmas time. All he could get was the glitter, and I am not a glitter girl, but I actually really like it. So, but Christmas because it's very snowy, but the Halloween I wouldn't want the glitter.
So we are opening the floor up. So no political third-party legal or health questions. In case I have some new viewers who are not sure what third-party means, is that we don't answer questions
About
that
other
involve
people.
on other people that without their permission. So
We don't ask questions about other people.
okay.
Well, I mean,
Like
it's
we
like
said.
people are like always try. It's like it's
Yeah.
about other people.
Yep.
That's
So
right to the point. That's
and
what it
Laura
means.
says it's my Hecate deck, her Halloween one. So okay, Anne, please go ahead and type in your question in all caps, everybody. So that way Heather can see, especially when chat starts to jump. Again, no politics, third party, legal, or health questions. If you're not sure, go ahead and still type in the question. And then Allyson and I will take a look at it. And then we will be happy to go from there. And I'm going to pair my new magical botanical to my Hush Tarot. See how
Hold on
these
one
two
second, you
work.
guys. Hold on, because I didn't do my little incantation. Hold on one second.
So just start getting these shuffled. So hope everybody has some nice plans for the weekend. And if you got lots of snow, staying home, chilling out. Moira, there are. Okay, so Anne, this is reading on somebody, honey. We cannot read on somebody else unless Allyson, she's not mentioning a name. She says, you see a romance, please. This is the man I know already. Am I hoping to reconcile? And I got you starred, Ellen.
I don't understand the way it's worded. Hold on, I'm trying because there's several errors in it, which is fine. I'll figure it out.
So it says here,
Do you see a romance me? Please, Anne. This is the man I know
Man,
already? Question mark. It's not.
What she wants to know if there's a
I
romance that
understand
we
what she's
see for her.
asking. Yeah. Okay. I don't have a problem reading on that. She's not
Okay,
talking about, it's just
a specific person. Okay. Just making sure jobs with you. Alrighty. There, she rewrote it for us. Do you see her romance for me? Alrighty. And Ellen, I did see your question, honey. I didn't realize yours was before Anne. So after Anne, we'll do you next, Ellen, my dear. Oh, hold on a second, everybody. I know you can hear him meowing. I'll be right back. For the love of God, come on. People can hear you meowing in here. Well, come on.
Anna, I think that it's possible. One of you is going to be interested in doing that. I don't think it's going to be with him though. I think it'll yeah. I don't think so. I see a conflict here. I see maybe trying to give it a go again, and then there being some sort of inner self-reflection, which could be you or this other person. But the world card's here. Right next to the hermit. I'm gonna say no. There's a decision that's made based on the reality of the situation. Let me see if I get one more. That doesn't mean there couldn't be somebody else. Yeah, because it's confusing. There's something about it that leaves you confused, or this other person. There's a confusion around the whole connection in some sort of way. And or this also could be that there's some other options or different, let me see what the 7 of Cups is.
Okay, questions are closed.
Actually, yet again, oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just letting people know questions are closed and for now, because we got quite a few. So I'm just going to. Hey, John.
I'll put it this way. If he does come forward or whatever, or you decide to, because I don't know what the problem is here. Obviously, there's a conflict. Or actually, I shouldn't say that. Wait, do you see runs for me and pleases the man I already know? I'm hoping you said to reconcile. So this is somebody you've done. This would be round 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever it is. I don't think so. And I don't know which one of you it is, but there is some sort of decision. There's some sort of a contemplation and then a deciding of what to do. And it's because of this. There's some sort of confusion and or options here. 7 of Cups can be read several different ways. And then after that, there's some sort of truth that's either initiated or communicated. Queen of Pentacles, I'm going to assume is you. With the Lovers, this could be you going a different direction, going towards something else. Especially if this is options.
Yep.
And I'll say this much, and this isn't always true. Usually, especially if this is early on, if there's something here and it falls apart and you're thinking about reconciling and whatever, it's a leave it alone. Usually. I think we can all say that looking back, right? None of us are young here.
This is a round
looking
2.
back, if it breaks down for some reason, whatever. I mean, sometimes because it depends on what the extenuating circumstances are. But usually, if it doesn't work out for some reason, you're just trying to fix something that's not really going to be right. So, and that is what this feels like, honestly. But I don't know the details.
And she says this is round 2 with him, apparently. So if this is round 2 and you're still not sure, girl, and you have doubts, then.
And I don't know who's not sure or whatever, but it sounds like you want to reconcile. So I don't know if he ended it and you're asking, which I would assume is the case, but I don't know. But if that is the case, I would just keep moving.
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion. And I know you're not asking for that, so I'll just shut up.
Are you done? I don't want to interrupt if you're.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm good.
So, and I got Angel's Trumpet, which is the Torah. And what caught my attention in this card is I listen to the voice of my soul. I am ready for change. So you know within yourself that this person is not the person for you, that there is not going to be a reconciliation. The book talks about kind of this is like taking a look at the devils in the situation in your life, and the devils can represent, you know, that you could be very much being you're letting yourself be bound and shackled, you know, to this individual. I don't know if it is for some people it's like an addiction, you know. It's that we get so obsessed with people and we want what we want, and in turn, instead of it being a healthy situation for us, it turns out to be a toxic one. And it says here, look to the graveyard. To what are you dying and to what are you being reborn? Let go and trust the process, as you really have no choice moving forward. So I also got the 6 of Wands, which is about a victory of celebrations moving forward. And at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy, I got the 5 of Wands. So this is all about conflict, chaos. To me, even though this isn't, you know, the 7 of Swords, this also feels much like deceit as well. There's just too much conflict. There's too much. This is kind of making me think of Allison's, you know, 7 of Cups. all those, all those delusions or illusions or daydreams and things that you want with this individual. And sometimes we get all mentally caught up in that in the 501s. Not just it can be a physical conflict, but it also can be a mental one. I'm hoping that there is no physical conflict. Um, and if there is, of course, YouTube for entertainment purposes only. Make sure if there is any form of, you know, sort of physical or whatever abuse or mistreatment or something, there's always support groups to help you through things like that, sweetheart. So, next card I have is the Hermit. So, I feel like this could be very much like him, but I think now for you, the Hermit, this is about going in again, introspection, just like your angel's trumpet here. You got to go within, you listen to your voice. You know that this is not going to work. And I did get the Knight of Swords, and this is about overbearing determination. So I'm feeling like this could very well be this individual. It just does not feel like a good, healthy energy.
It feels very, I got it. Let me jump into it. It
Yeah,
feels very casual to me. This doesn't feel like it was a big, big deal. Is she, what was her name?
and she's a,
And can you clarify that? Yeah, I had that card come out for you twice and it just came out again.
oh, the Hermit. So yeah, wow, okay. So this
But was
night,
this a big deal or was this fairly casual, meaning less than 3
she
months
says it
or
was
something like that?
casual.
Yeah, I would say because I was listening, I was just feeling off of it. I'm like, this is not some big, huge at all. No.
So this is just kind of plodding forward, and just making sure that, understanding that, if this was a casual relationship, that it probably is not going to go anywhere. And just be aware that it doesn't become, you don't become overbearing with him, because you may really want this, but if you feel he's backing off, then it's time to like listen to your voice, listen to go within, like that hermit mode, and just know that there is going to be something out there, sweetheart, that's going to be much better for you, that will you'll be much happier with. So that's what we have for you. Thank you, my dear.
If I can be so bold, I'm gonna make a comment. And I'm doing a lot of assuming here, Anne. And if I'm wrong, I'm really sorry. And this is really to anybody. It's not even necessarily related to you, Anne. This is me and my big outspoken opinion. If you're ever dating somebody, especially if it's casually, and they cut it off for whatever reason, let it go. Do not pine. And I'm not saying you're pining. I just mean in general for women wondering, will we reconcile? Is he going to come back? Is he da da da? You know what? The first time he decided to walk away, in my opinion, he decided, bye. No, no harm, no whatever,
Okay.
but have a good life. It's like you didn't choose me, then there is no backpedaling. You don't, I'm not an option. I'm not sitting on a shelf waiting on you.
Everyone's
Yeah,
joining in.
it's not even, and that is sounds so, feels so like
Yes,
even
Tom, red
aggressive. I
flag.
don't mean it that way. I mean it aggressively, like you don't need that. You decided you didn't want this, whoever this person is, in whatever the situation is, any of you are in, male or female, that person doesn't want you for whatever reason. And yes, it can be more detailed than that, like situations, relationships, whatever, like that. But I mean, like if you're not, like if you're left wondering what
Hi,
happened,
Nancy.
like you have question marks hanging in the air, what happened? Or like people that get ghosted and that kind of stuff.
Mm.
No, 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 never. No.
And yeah, there's some men in chat too, and they're saying the same thing. you know, Tom was throwing out the red flags,
And again,
and
I don't mean all relationships. Like you can
yeah,
run into bumps and whatever and have to part for a minute or whatever, especially if there's, like kids involved or, or whatever, right? I mean, real life, actual, but like a casual, whatever. And this person just goes and then they kind of want to come back and then they start texting or calling you again. No, not with me. No, nope.
alrighty. So next up is
Too many
Ellen
fish in the
R.
sea. You don't need to
Oh,
put up with that.
yeah,
No,
and
no.
and don't
And I'd
use
rather be
sending the
alone
fishes.
than be with
Yeah,
some bullshit.
exactly.
But that's me.
I was alone for 7 years. because I didn't want to deal with
I know my
bullshit.
worth.
Yeah. So Ellen R would like a general reading for December, please.
And again, I'm not talking about, what was her name again? You took her name down. I
Anne.
can't remember damn anything.
Anne.
And I don't mean you necessarily at all. I'm just talking, like I said, I'm talking about anybody that's in the whole dating thing. Because it's like, no.
I like that, Jenny. Don't make them a priority when they make you an option. Yes,
Yes.
Jenny.
I love cute
I
little
love
sayings
that.
too. And that one holds very true. Exactly. That sums it up very well.
Oh, we have a question. Ange
And a
would
lot of
like
people say stuff like that, but they don't really live by that. That's good advice to actually function by and actually really do it. Yeah.
and she says, I know. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Alrighty. And Ange is interested in how Allyson and her man met. I don't know, that might be a story.
Sure, I'll tell
her.
you.
Oh, okay.
So so there's a let's see, I moved to Michigan. God, I can't believe it's been that long already. It's been 7 years. And my sister and my brother-in-law live where I live in the town that I live in and have for a very long time. And I always said if I ever moved back to Michigan, that I would come back to this area, which I did. And I had only been here like maybe 2 months or whatever. And I took my car in to get this was my other Subaru, to take it in to get I wanted a diagnostics ran on it and something else. I can't remember. It's been so long. So I dropped it off and they did the whole thing and whatever. And I saw the service manager when I was in there, and I noticed him and I thought he was kind of cute because he was super tall and I love super tall men. And and I'm not really often very attracted to anybody. I'm just not. I'm just really not. It's always kind of been that way. I'm more about personality usually, but so I don't just straight on physical, whatever, don't necessarily notice anyways. And then he called me, I don't know, day or so later to tell me what they had found and whatever and how much it was going to be and blah, 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 blah. Did I want to do all the things or whatever? And we had a little bit of a conversation about it. And then I went in to pick up my car. And then I did see him when I went in and I, just had a normal exchange with him and whatever. And then I walked out of there and I'm like, no, he is so cute. Jesus. And I remember telling my sister, I'm like, yeah, I said that service manager, I won't say the name of the business. I was like, he's a tall drink of water. And my sister's like, yeah, he sure is. I was like, my goodness. And then I saw him, and that was it. And he was perfectly polite, normal, didn't even seem to notice I was alive, to be perfectly honest. And then, but I probably went in there looking like something that pulled out of the drain. I probably was in there with a ponytail, dirty hair, whatever. And then I went in there whenever it was, a year later, year and a half later, whatever, got whatever done. I was in there probably like 3 or 4 times, 3 years, 3 or maybe 4 times over the years. And I always saw him because he was always there. And then I went in, sorry, you're going to get the whole story, but I'll try to pick it up. So I called to get in there to get my clutch done on my Subaru, like, I'm going to say 2 years ago now, a little over 2 years ago. And I talked to him on the phone and he said their master mechanic was out having had surgery, but he referred me to another place to go, which I thought was awesome. And he's like, yeah, go there, tell them I sent you, they'll take care of you, blah, blah, blah. So I did, and I got it all taken care of. Oh, and he told me, he said, let me know how it goes if you do go over there. And I was like, okay, and that was it. Well, then I went in, then my sister went out of town a couple months later, and I was at my sister's house driving her car while she was gone. And I stopped in one day, and I should have been working that day, but my field trip got canceled. This is for the school bus. It was weird that I was even there when I was. And I went in and I was putting air in her front left tire on her Lincoln because the sensor kept going off. And apparently it was just a bad sensor. It wasn't even actually low. Anyways, I went in and I saw him in the parking lot. He walks through and I'm like, God, there's that Anthony. And I was like, hi, Anthony. And he looks over and he's like, oh, all serious, and he just walks by because he's so at work. And then I went and I put hose and air in my air in my tire. And I did it. I was walking back by and he comes over to me because he was walking by anyway. And he's like, here, let me get that for you. You know, and he was going to coil it back up and put it away because he's very gentlemanly like and whatever. He's old school. And I was like, I got it. It's fine. And he goes, no. And he kind of laughed a little. He's like, I got it. Let me take that for you. And he said something about, I don't remember what he said. I had on a dress, which I rarely do. I had on a sundress and I actually looked really nice because I was going to be doing something after my field trip. But again, the field trip got canceled. So I had my hair was I looked halfway decent, right? Which is why I think he even like took a second glance at me. And and I said, superficially speaking, whatever. And I said something to him. I don't remember what it was. And he kind of laughed and whatever. And he was a little less serious than he normally is. Anyways, and I got in my car and I left. And as I'm pulling out, I was like, my clutch on my car. I never told him about that. I was like, you know what? And I turned right around and I drove right back in because I could see he was still out in the parking lot. I pulled in. I said, Anthony. And he looks and he turned around. He saw me and he had this big smile flash on his face. I was like, I thought that was kind of weird. And right in that moment, you guys, I swear to God, I knew. I was like, oh, okay. He told me everything I need to know just in that moment because he's always so business, right? And he came over and he was and I said I said who I was, and I said, and I related him to my sister because my sister and my brother-in-law have been coming in there almost 30 years, and Anthony's worked there for 27. He's been there forever. And I said, I'm Lisa Olson's sister. And he's like, oh, right. He's like, well, I know you. He goes, how could I forget you? And I was like, okay, but he didn't know my name, but he recognized my face. Anyways, he was so funny. He was all leaned over and all leaning in my window, talking to me and smiling and he wasn't flirting, but he was being very friendly. And I'd never even seen his teeth. Beautiful, gorgeous smile, total dimples. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is just too much. So
He
we had a
is.
very
He's cute.
nice, very low key flirting, but nothing at all obvious at all. And then as I'm leaving, he goes, yeah, come in and see me or come stop by and say hi sometime, anytime. I'm like, okay, thank you. And I just left and that was it. Well, my sister was on a cruise, which is the whole reason. Aren't you glad you asked me to tell you the whole damn story? I'm almost done. So my sister was on a cruise, which is the whole reason
Go
I
grab the
was
popcorn.
staying. I was down the street, staying down the street at my sister's house. And so that was that day, whatever day that was on a Thursday. The next morning, I got up really early to take my son to work because my son was home for the summer. And I was going to take him to his little summer job and drive him and drop him off because he didn't have a car because he was just home for the summer from Arizona. And I checked my phone at like 6 in the morning and I had a text from my sister from the ship saying, what did she say? I can't remember what she said. Oh, because I had told her the next day when I came home, I'm like, because we always call him Cutie Pie from the garage. He didn't know that, but Anthony Cutie Pie from the garage. And so I said, oh, I saw Anthony Cutie Pie today, and he was awfully friendly, and da 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 da. Anyways, she texted me in the morning and she goes, yeah, so I got a voicemail from one of her friends saying that, or no, I'm sorry. My sister got it. Long story made, I'm so sorry. I got ahead of myself. My sister got a voicemail because she could check her voicemail from the ship. He called my sister, looked it up on the computer, called my sister. He's very smart though. Wouldn't have done anything shady or whatever. Called my sister and said that he needed to talk to her about her. And he legitimately did, but he was a little early. There was something about the battery on my sister's their other car, and he needed to talk to her about it. But then also, and he goes, and I also need to get in touch with your sister. She was in here earlier. I need to talk to her about her Subaru.
Yeah.
Long story made short, I ended up texting him. There was some back and forth, whatever, got the number. And then he was texting me about my phone. And then he also said at the very end of it, and he's like, contact me if you're interested in selling it, blah, 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 blah. Cause I know this and that year, da, da, da. And then at the end, the emoji that looks like this.
I
He
remember
says,
this.
and call me or text me if you want to know. I'm happy to help, da da da. And he says, or if you just want to talk. And that's where it all started. And I texted him
Yeah.
that day, and then it's just been game on since then. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody's
So
been enjoying this kind of
long
story.
story made short. He's a service manager at the local mechanic shop that's been in business forever here, and it's a very honest business. They do really good business, and yeah. So that's how I met him.
Everybody's been enjoying this, and Ange says, "I love hearing how people met. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing. What a great story!" And everybody, a couple people would like to know: does he have a younger cutie pie brother?
No, he doesn't. He's got an older brother, and he's married and whatever, and he's out of
and
state. But
and Miss Taro D said she came in just in time to hear about Anthony. So,
yeah, he's a doll. He's been
sweetie
my
pie Anthony.
he's so I always tease him. I always say he's such a good boy because he is. Yeah.
And guys, I can tell you, he's gorgeous. Allyson really. Not only
Oh,
is he a nice, well, he
he would
is. You
tell
showed me
you,
that
no, I'm
picture.
not.
I
He
looked
is.
at.
He's
I'm like,
adorable.
he's
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 adorable.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
So
he's very
yeah,
cute.
very.
Superficially speaking, he's a good heart. He's a good
Yeah.
person. He's so kind
Hi,
and just yeah,
Kim.
yeah.
And Jenny
Sticks up for the
goes,
underdog, all that good stuff.
oh, older, but no, that one's taken already, Jenny. Sorry. So, but yeah,
And
and
he's younger than me, just a couple years.
so, oh my goodness. Well, that was fun, everybody. So thank you for asking, Ange.
Aren't you glad
I
you
love your.
asked? Took me 10 minutes to tell the story.
I was there, from the beginning. I always enjoy hearing that story over again. It was so cute. Um, so let's see, Miss Taro D.
Oh yeah,
Often
Ellen
looking,
R wants
for
general reading for December. Sorry, Ellen.
yeah.
20 minutes later. Ellen.
So Ellen, I got you your cards for you already, and this is
Okay.
very interesting. So I'm going to take Alan's name down really quick, so I can sort the cards. So out of my magical botanical, I got lavender for you, Alan. And like again, it's hard to see the details on these cards, but they're absolutely gorgeous. So you got lavender. And in the book, lavender, of course, is its affirmation is I am calm, I am centered, I am peaceful. So for me, the overall energy going in December is working on being calm, being centered, being at peace within yourself. We all know how crazy the holidays can get, and I love this because it says here lavender dwells here between the rising and setting sun, the moment between where all is balanced. And then from my Hush Tarot, what did you get? You got the sun card. So I thought, oh my goodness, I love this connection. And of course, with the sun is about success and abundance and joy and happiness, and growth as well. But it says here too, you have worked your way through dark times. The raven is looked upon as a dark presence. The sun rises and the light reveals the iridescent colors in its sleek feathers. Look to the light to keep striding forward as your path continues. So, the lavender being connected to the rising and the setting of the sun, and its scent being tranquil and peaceful and calming and centered, and then going into the winter, and the sun, enjoying that growth, enjoying working on being centered, being at peace. And your other card that I got for you was the Knight of Pentacles. Look at that little blackbird. And the Knight of Pentacles is, the card about baby steps, being a little bit more thoughtful, a little bit more laid back, taking your time. So this December, I don't know if this is your goal, Ellen, but it looks like what needs to be worked on or what you are striving for is a time of being centered, being calm, being at peace with yourself, working on what you want to grow. It says here, the blackbird shares your nesting nature. All that you have planted and invested has come to fruition. So during these winter months, especially in December, working on this vision, taking out time for you and being grounded and whatever these creative projects that you have continue working on them. And that's what I have for you.
Ellen, it looks like there's something here that there's some sort of a change that's coming. This could be in your family, it could be in a close relationship. I don't know, but it's something that you have well invested in and has presented itself with a lot of growth or something of that sort of thing. This could even be your role as being a mother or a wife or something like this. This is in the past. Presently in your home environment, or quite literally your home, or it could even be a marriage or something like that. There is some sort of a change that's going to take place. This is all very nice. Ace of Cups is the advice, which is about just seeing the beauty in it, loving what's happening, being grateful, all of that. Ace of Cups, the outcome is the Lovers. Again, it could be a partnership, it could be a close relationship in general, or just couldn't be a relationship with yourself. Again, just kind of apply it where it makes sense. The bottom of the deck, I have the Tower with the or the Seven of Pentacles behind it. This Tower does not feel bad. This is like some sort of a change that comes in. Again, I have the Four of Wands with the Death card. So there could be some sort of a breakthrough with something. I don't know what. And I don't necessarily know that you see this coming. This could be some sort of a windfall for yourself. I don't have any pentacles here, but well, I do with the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But I have, this is a big deal. I have the Empress, the Death, and the Lovers all in the same. So there's a lot here. That's Venus energy, Scorpio, Gemini. I don't know if that means anything to you or not. Yeah. So looks really good. So I don't know what it is. I mean, apply it where it makes sense. Maybe you don't even know yet, or you will soon. And again, this is for December. So, and with the Tower card here, you may not even see this coming, whatever this is. We are not in December yet. So this could be I don't know, whatever it is, it's gonna be a good thing. 'Cause it's not gonna be bad. Yes, the Tower and Death is here, but this is one of these times where you're gonna read them as good things. That's how I'm seeing this. So
Good, because I got she got cards for being grounded and centered and calm and peaceful. So if there is a Tower moment, Allyson,
I did
not
just flip the
Allyson,
deck. I got the Ace of Wands here, so it's
okay.
possible. I'm not saying that it is. It's going to be something that's an action that takes place that will probably be a windfall of events that turn out. Again, it looks very nice.
Yes. And Allyson, I don't think I know yet. It looks like a nice surprise.
Yeah, and again,
All
how
right,
big it
so
is, who knows? But regardless, it's going to be something that is going to reflect as good. And usually, when you've got that many major arcana, it's it's not like something you're going to miss. So yeah.
well, very nice. Very, very nice. So let me take Ellen's name down. And next up is Jenny. She would like to know what her spirit guides have to tell her.
Okay.
Okay, Jenny. I already have your botanical card. So spirit guides have to tell. Interesting. And also being drawn to pull from my close to home as well tonight. That's been sitting there for a bit. Sean, oh my God. All righty, so Jenny, what do we have here? Well, I'm going to start off with your close to home card. And look at this little guy and a little dragon. And it says here, in a place close to home, there was a bountiful treasure. Share the wealth. So it feels to me from your guides is that whatever you consider abundance and wealth, you love to share that with the people that you love. Whether it's having them coming over for a dinner, or if it's, helping lend somebody $20 to payday, or, helping people with groceries or neighbors, whatever it is, it just feels like um, whatever, someone might need that you're able to help them with, you do that. And it's all about sharing the wealth. Um, I did pull the camellia flower, and camellia, show you right here, you can see her. She is a Japanese flower. Well, this is a Japanese flower, and there she is coming out of the blossom. And camellia is, and I'm still, it's going to take me a while to learn this, but it's a beautiful book. I enjoy the world and all that I have. So when you are grateful and you enjoy what you do have, that, and you give that energy and you share that joy with others, that is sharing your treasure, that is sharing your enjoyment. It says here, appreciating what you have, your home, belongings, health, and happiness. So when this card appears, it indicates gratitude for what you have and reminds you that gratitude combined with humility is the key for going forward. So again, there's that dragon, you know, sharing, that bountiful treasure, sharing your wealth. This is what is wealth to you and that you love to share with others. Um, from the Jeremy Hush, I did get the Nine of Wands though. It feels like you've been through a hard time recently, and I did see your comment. I'm so sorry about your online partner passing away. That's really sad. But the top of the card is the Nine of Wands. So maybe you're going through something right now that maybe has you feeling exhausted, tired. It's just kind of like you just got to go the next mile. It's like the card's basically telling you to hold in this horse. It's bundled up all these other wands already, and some of them are broken, but still has that one left in its mouth. It's got grit. You have grit, so it's continuing, going that mile, going the distance, hanging in there. And then the overall energy, my dear, the Sun card came out again, and the Sun again is all about success, growth. Light, allow that light to shine through, allow who you are to shine through. um Let me just look at the next one. I got the Two of Pentacles also. So the Two of Pentacles, these are like the bones of the past, and in the card he says, let's pull the little plug out of the grenade, and boom, let's see what happens. So the Two of Pentacles, juggling. So you might be juggling your time, your energy with others, and whatever this is that you're juggling too might be causing some of this. Oh, this just feeling drained. This feeling just kind of tired, beat up, kind of worn out. Um, and so, yeah, next card is the Ten of Swords. So, sweetheart, let that beautiful treasure of who you are, that wealth of who you are, let that shine, let that come out. The Ten of Swords is about putting ourselves in um, our own prison. It's like we're easy to able to move right out. She can easily move through these beautiful blossoming flowers, but it's like she's afraid. And so I'm feeling like maybe you're afraid. Her eyes are closed. She's holding on and she's afraid to step through those flowers, step through traditionally what would be like swords, but afraid to step forward, afraid to move because of everything that you have been juggling and balancing and all this hardship that you've been through. But the overall energy is the Sun, though. So have faith, trust, share the beauty that is who you are, and let that sun shine on you. That beautiful success card. And again, the camellia, you know. Um, Let me just find the affirmation again one more time for the camellia. And that is, I enjoy, I enjoy the world and all that I have. So that's what I have for you, my dear. I'll give you over to Allyson. Oh, I'll just mute myself and give you over to Allyson.
Hi, Jenny. So what your spirit guides had to tell you. So there's something here in a past position that was a you had a lot of decisions to make surrounding something. The King of Cups came up as the clarifier. This could be a person. It could be an energy. King of Cups can be a water sign if it's a person. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, someone who's very kind, very giving, not super affectionate or talks about their feelings a whole lot, but definitely like does acts of kindness, is caring, compassionate, that kind of thing. Again, it doesn't have to be a person. But that was what was clarifying the Seven of Cups, and that was a past energy. Pleasantly, I've got an energy of not wanting to relinquish something. There's some aspect of wanting to hold on. And this is the clarifier on that is it's something that was I don't know if this was a new endeavor or something new that you didn't want to relinquish or whatever. Page of Pentacles is what is clarifying it. So it was maybe something that was more of a that you were working towards, but you had just started the plans towards it, whatever it is. I have no idea, but that's usually how I would read that. The hidden influence with all this is some sort of a decision that's made, but you do know what it is regarding all of this because the sun was clarifying it. So that's like seeing the reality of the situation, baby, just not wanting to do whatever that is. And I'm reading this by position by position. The advice is to see the reality of whatever this is, because you do know whatever it is, this decision that you need to make. Again, the sun is clarifying it, but you got the high priestess in the advice. That means you do know, or you have a feeling, a very strong feeling about whatever it is. And the clarifier on that is the devil. So there's some unsavory aspect to this thing that you know in whatever way. It doesn't mean that it's bad or malicious. It's just like there's some downside to this. There's some whatever. The outcome is the Two of Cups, and it's clarified by the Ten of Cups. So the outcome is like this could be like a loving, it could be something that you've agreed upon with somebody or somebody's. Usually Two of Cups is two people, but it can be more like a contractual type thing or that sort of thing. It is going to bring you happiness on this outcome if you do. Again, this is contingent on the advice, which is dealing with what you know, and there is some sort of devil energy attached to this. Hopefully this makes sense to you. The overall energy at the bottom of the deck is judgment. It's a decision that needs to be made. And then I didn't ask for a clarifier on this, but the Five of Pentacles came out. So there is a sense of loss in some sort of way. But that's as far as I'm going to take this. Hopefully it makes some sort of sense to you, but that's what I got.
She said, when you were reading, she said, yes, and I do. So when you were asking,
Okay.
you understood. It
All
makes
right.
sense.
Good luck. It didn't feel like good, but it didn't feel bad either. It's like the whole thing felt very neutral. It's like you're supposed to like take action on something, and it sounds like you know what
Good
it
night,
is.
Fatima.
So
Thank you for being here. So, all righty, we are at 9:08, and we have Judith. We have, I don't know about Nathan. I'll get back to you, Nathan. CB and Carolyn Booker. So, are we good for 3 more?
if you are, I thought you only had an hour.
Well, I'm making my Monday and Friday night shows a priority, for
Okay.
my StreamYard.
So how many more? 3?
Yeah, I have 3 more.
Okay, and then we're done.
Yeah, we'll be done.
Okay, who's next?
Well, because really quick, Nathan, if you're still here, we're not going to pull cards on if you're going to find your Shine package.
Will I find my Shane package? I couldn't find a report. It was supposed. No.
I had my stuff stolen, so you very well may have had yours. I mean, when I saw that question, I heard a big, no.
What do you mean will you find it? Somebody took it off your porch and you want to know if you're going to find it?
Probably.
No.
That's happened to me.
No.
And I'm sorry, Aunt, you're having to deal deal with such a headache over that.
It's horrible. You know what, you guys, in my opinion, if you're not going to be home to get your packages, don't even get stuff delivered. People are stealing stuff left and right now.
Yep.
Knock on wood, people don't steal stuff from my building, but I still make sure that I'm home. I just make sure that I'm there. And I bring in packages all the time for my neighbors because we have a like if you're upstairs in my building, then you have to come through a locked door. I have an actual door, front door to my apartment. So does everybody on the ground floor. But if you're upstairs, you have to go into a lobby to get upstairs. I take in packages all the time because I don't want packages sitting outside of my door.
Yep. Well, everybody knows what my building's like. So the doors are all busted. The locks are all busted. People can come in and out. So,
And I'm in Ann Arbor, which is but it's like, it doesn't matter. People steal no matter where. People steal. People drive in from other areas to steal shit.
Yeah. And so Judith is asking, may I please have a reading regarding from my angels and guides and what my life path will be for the next couple of months regarding finance and job? Do you want to do both finance and job, or do you want me to take finance and you take job, or? I'll know to see what I get. Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
I'm just go ahead. I don't know. I'm gonna word this the way I am going to interpret it.
Okay. And Nathan, honey, we're only going to be able to do 3 more questions. That will be it for the night. So maybe one of our next shows. I don't have the paid StreamYard anymore, and I have limited amount of time now, a month for my shows. So you asked about the package, and we're both feeling that you're not going to be able to get it back, and so we won't have time for another one. So, but thank you for being here and hanging out with us. I want to see something here. This is interesting because I don't do reversals, and I got 2 reversals, Judith. Okay. Alrighty. So Judith, from my botanical, you got the U, which is associated with Hecate. So let me take the comment down. So this is your card, Judith. You got the U. And look, Hecate is a triple goddess. She's the goddess of the crossroads. Basically, too, also, as you can see, of death, rebirth. There's her lawful hounds also with her. And now this would be a perfect moment for Bobby to pop in because he works with Hecate. And I think, Moira, you do too. So for the U, the affirmation or word that goes, is their quote that's associated with it, sweetheart, is I listen to the voices of the past to create the future. And I like how this connects with your tarot cards. So it's actually talking about listening to your ancestors. So it feels like there's something at a crossroads right now in your life. Like you said, earlier with your question, moving forward from your guides with career and finance or job, you are at a bit of a crossroads. And and it's also associated with becoming reborn. So this makes perfect sense, my dear. So the U spirit is one of regeneration and strength, connecting us to a deep ancient wisdom. Listen to the ancestors, listen to the deep wisdom of our soul, so of your soul. What are you not hearing, seeing, or doing right now that will put you in the right relationship with all things? Align with yourself, with your foundation, and you do what needs to be done. So this base cards basically tell me you know what you need to do, what needs to be done. And it's all about executing it, moving forward. And this makes complete sense with your cards. I got the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is about walking away, leaving something behind, moving forward to something else. You got this beautiful, huge owl The birds are wise, their wisdom, their knowledge, and it's standing over you. And she's putting on her big girl hat, and it's time to move forward. And you have all that wisdom behind you, guiding you. The overall energy on the bottom was the page of wands, and the page of wands in this here is about moving forward, creating the life that you want, being creative. She has created this friend of hers out of all these different bits and pieces of decay, of earth, of nature, and created something else that is a friend of hers, that is creative, that is like going to be kind of like she's tapping into her creative imagination, moving forward. So that's the overall energy, which is wonderful. Moving away, walking away with that wisdom and having it to create something new. Because I also did get, like I said, I don't do reversals. I did get the magician in reverse. And so this is like you're stuck. There's like a lack of motivation. You're feeling stuck. You're unable to move forward. So what we got to do is turn that card up and say, okay, the magician is all about connecting heaven and earth, tapping into your personal power and creating the life that you want. You have everything you need to start working towards and moving forward to manifest. But something's holding you back. I don't know if it's fear. If it helps, I have a friend right now who just before the holidays lost her job, and now she just had an interview with another for another job, which is promising, but she's scared because she's afraid that this new job is going to fall apart again like the last one. So it's about getting out of that mindset and not being afraid to move forward. And the next card I got is again another reversal, and it's the hangman. So there's something you are not wanting to look at. There's this perspective that you need to have where it's time to, and in Jeremy's, instead of hanging upside down, this is the opportunity of, are you going to hang yourself upside down, put yourself in that position to have that perspective, or are you now taking yourself out of that because you have put yourself in that perspective to be able to look. And when it's reversed, it's almost it's like, you know don't make yourself the martyr, don't be the martyr. You have the power and everything that you need within you, and the knowledge and the wisdom to move forward. And I asked for a clarifier for the hangman, and I got the death card, which connects with Hecate, the goddess of death, rebirth, and the crossroads. So again, there is a rebirth coming forward. It's something that feels like you don't want to do. You have that fear, but you got to move past that fear when it comes to this. And I know that's easier said than done. We've all been in that situation, myself included. So that's what I have for you, my dear. I had looked at the bottom one more time after shuffling, and I did get the Emperor also. So get structured, get settled, tap into that leadership quality of you and of yourself. I don't know if it's, if you need to maybe ask someone to help you, redo a resume or help you do a online internet search, whatever it is. But this is showing you that you do not fall in line with everybody else. You rise above. You are in control. You're in charge of your life moving forward. She's there holding the torch, and you got to hold that torch for yourself and guide yourself. And that's what the guides want you to do. And that's what they're there to assist you. You can ask them to help, but you can't let them do all the help. You got to do the work yourself. So I'll be quiet now. That's what I have for you. And I'll give it
Wow.
over to Allyson.
Um, who's this for?
Okay, let me put the name back up because I had to take it down.
That's okay. Judith.
Judith.
Um, it's not going to be an easy go. There's a lot of, I am not sure if this is there's a conflict here. It looks like there has been some work put into resolving whatever it is that's going on, but the hidden influence here is a lot of confusion and something that's toxic. So this is either mindset, actions, behaviors, something that attribute to this that's created this whole situation. The advice is the Page of Cups on the Ten of Wands. So this is maybe a need to possibly have compassion for yourself for the situation you've gotten yourself into, is how I'm going to read this. Doesn't mean that you actively created this situation. You might have. I don't know your life. But there's definitely something here that you're supposed to sit in or experience for whatever reason. Sorry, this is one of those crappy things in life that happens. The outcome, as long as you take action with the forgiveness, I think that there could be a celebration that comes forward, like some sort of, I don't have any Pentacles cards here, except for in the outcome, Queen of Pentacles. So you might have a different mindset or start seeing things differently or start acting or treating things differently. But the clarifier is the Nine of Wands. So this is about, sticking with it, still moving forward, still working on stuff, although you've, been backsliding through whatever it is you're dealing with. I do feel like you did play a role in whatever created this whole situation. I don't know if you made a bad choice, or maybe you got screwed over, or you're not good with money, or you blew, I don't know, but something here, this isn't good. Seven of Cups with the Devil. We're talking about money. And all that's here is wands. Lots of wands and some swords. So wands are about action, swords are about thoughts. That's pretty much all that's here. And the Devil. It's not good. And I got the Chariot came out together as with the Six of Swords, which is, these are two cards about moving on, moving forward, that kind of thing, which is good. But I also had the Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords that just flew out, not as part of the reading, but that was interesting. These are all like very much, I think you're supposed to see the reality of a situation, move forward from it, learn from it. There's definitely, but I don't really see any other, yes, these people came out. So anyways, I'm not going to pull anything out more on this. So I don't know if this is on you, or if this is, somebody unsavory that was in your life that kind of created the situation or whatever. This is like a karmic thing, is almost what it feels like, something you're supposed to go through. It is some sort of a hardship in some sort of way. I do think this affects your home life in some sort of way, because this came out twice. I put it back in the deck and it came back out, the Four of Wands, and this was on the advice, the Ten of Wands with the Page of Cups. So yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna stop there. So, but yeah, it's just something that you will get through it, again, with the outcome, the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands. This is something you're supposed to endure. You did play some sort of role in this, even if it was unconscious or whatever.
Well, she said she was laid off in October.
Mm-hmm.
The layoff was actually a blessing, realized how toxic the job was. And yes,
Okay.
Allyson, I don't see the negative. It was my boss, and I am moving on again. So that was her
Okay.
last
It's
comment.
not going to be easy. The toxicity there, that could be that. And again, like I said, I'm not saying this is you, but it's like, this is not rainbows and unicorns, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and karmic
Yes,
also, just for clarity, it doesn't mean you did anything necessarily. It can be something you chose to learn or chose to experience or whatever, right? Or it's leveling a score from God knows when. But there's a hardship type thing here. I don't know what the connection, maybe you know what the connection is. Oh, this could be related to having a hard time with, so hold on a second. So you got laid off, the advice.
Yeah, that job was a burden.
Actively work on this though. I mean, I'm sure you are, or I hope that you are. Don't be passive with this.
Now you gotta move forward. I pulled some more cards too. Yeah,
And
that
this
job.
could be moving on, moving upward. I'm just saying, it's just, yeah, I don't know. But it will, again, the Queen of Pentacles and the outcome, that is good. But there is some stuff here that needs to be clarified. But I don't have any Pentacle cards here.
Yeah, I don't either. Judith, I pulled a few more cards. 10 of Wands. That job was a burden. This has all been a burden. Next card, 3 of Swords. Absolute heartbreak. But like Allyson said, this is the chance now to move forward. This is the Chariot. This horse is broken. It's fallen apart. There's pieces all over on the bottom of other things left behind. But she's still sitting on that saddle. She still has her wand. Her flags are flying. And it's time to move forward. But the overall energy, I think intuitively on some level, you sense that this was coming, that this job was not good and something. So this might be you not willing to see, or not, or not necessarily not willing to see, but intuitively knowing something was up and something was going to come up with this job. And maybe just hoped against hope that, it wouldn't come to it. But you did have that little bird talking in your ear, your intuition, knowing that something was coming up. So but yeah, much luck to you, my dear. Let's see. Yes, Allyson, I spoke my mind and never was an ass kisser. I was very good at my job and have the references from the legal assistants and lawyers, not from my boss. Okay, so move forward then. That's the Chariot.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy
Move forward.
go, but again, the outcome, it has you as a Queen of Pentacles. That's good.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, John.
Okay, is this our
2025.
last one?
Oh no, that was just his. Actually, we have 2 more. I don't even know. First of all, CB or Carolyn, are you still here? Because Carolyn Booker asked us a question too. So we have time for one more.
Yeah.
CB or Carolyn. Um, and so Judith says, ladies, I am a very strong woman who has been through a lot. So okay, so CB is here. Okay, so Carolyn, maybe we can get you another time, sweetheart. Um, we only have time for one more. So CB asked, let's see, can you see what are the light orbs in my patio? Is there a meaning or is there nothing? So basically, what are the
I can't get that from pulling from tarot, but if they're orbs and they really are orbs, those are spirits.
mm-hmm.
Family, friends, I mean, whoever, you can sit with it quietly and see. I mean, you can pull on it if you want, Heather, but I'm not going to get that from tarot cards. I mean, it's spirits. That's what orbs are when they're orbs. First of all, make sure they're orbs and they're not just light catching, I don't know if you're seeing them with your eye or if your camera is catching them.
Well, maybe I can look at it as a like a paranormal, like when we were doing, like, what were those light orbs? Were they a person? Were they? I'll
Is
just look
there a
at that
meaning
really.
or is there nothing? If they are orbs, it's never about a meaning. If they're orbs, it's spirit activity. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like there's a meaning. It's a spirit
Well, I
if
just
they're
got the Death,
orbs.
and I got the Death card. Okay, so this just jumped into my head. I'm going to go with it. I got the Magician, and the Magician is about magic, creation, manifestation. And I also got the Death card, and not just death, but rebirth. CB, I don't know if you have abilities or something, but it almost feels like you are connecting with your abilities. You're connecting with the above as below. You're connecting with the astral world. And the Death card, that could actually mean this is death. This is spirits. Here, let me just get her. Whoop.
See, as soon as let me say something while you're doing that, Heather. CB. So as soon as I ran my big mouth, I got something. So yeah. You're or the way I'm going to interpret this, and I do a whole spread. What I would guess and I'm not pulling any further on this, you're getting communication from probably a fire sign or somebody that you would identify as the Queen of Wands. This is all about communication, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, sign person, or somebody who acts like the Queen of Wands, as somebody that you have in spirit. So March or April birthday, late March, early April. Sagittarius is December, what, Heather? Late November,
Yeah, November 22nd.
most of December.
Mhm.
Leo, June,
Yeah.
or no, August. July and August birthday, late July, early
I
August.
got an Aries too. I got a fire sign.
Yeah,
So
and I
this could
got
very
the
well be
Fool
a
at the bottom of the deck,
match.
which is not Aries, but a lot of people read it that way. So, and Queen of Wands to me is Aries, but it's also Leo and
My
Sagittarius.
father,
But
she said.
what's that?
She says my father's. They
Yeah,
think
and it could be male or
father,
female. It does
father or
not matter.
grandmother.
It's
They're
more
both.
about the energy. So there you go. That's okay. Oh, I just got chills. Yeah, it very well is.
My
Could be
father
your
and
dad.
grandmother.
Yeah.
And she says and grandmother because there were a couple of orbs. So
So these are fire
well, that's
signs
nice.
or people that appear that way. There you go. See, and I said I couldn't get anything. I was wrong. So there you go.
Well, Carolyn's still here. I just want to see what she asked. We had company the other day and we all three heard a whistle. That someone from the chat had her radio, two of Harry's songs on her radio.
Go ahead, Heather. I might have to go. I'll be back in just a
Okay.
second. I told him I'd be an hour, but hold on one second.
Okay. I'm not sure what he wants. Can you read on that? So, okay, Allyson may have to go. We had company. All three heard a whistle. Two of Harry's songs on her radio.
I'm gonna go. He's setting up my new computer for me, and he's been waiting on me. He's got a my new computer's here, and he's setting it all up, and he needs my
Nice.
input at this point. He's been waiting for me, so I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Sorry, you guys. I thought we were only gonna be an hour. There was a miscommunication on my end. I thought Heather was gonna stick to an hour, but we're at an hour. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go.
right.
Carolyn, it's good to see you. Hopefully you and Peter can join us soon. But anyways, everybody have a good night. Heather, I'm sorry.
No, my fault.
I didn't know. So all right, have a good night, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I thought it could only be an hour. So Carolyn, wow. Let me look here. So Harry, I don't know who Harry is. Two of Harry's songs on her radio. Who, Harry Styles? Harry Connick Jr. So Carolyn, I got the Tower. So this feels possibly like, again, this was a surprise. Let me see your question again. Someone from chat heard two sons. I'm not sure what he wants. Can you read on that? Okay, so there's a tower. And then I also at the bottom, the overall energy, Carolyn, was the Harry Nilsson. Was the Seven of Cups. And again, of course, about being caught up and swept up in the delusions and memories and fantasies, daydreams. And the Tower moment, what's the message? I also pulled the Four of Cups. Feeling apathetic, feeling like how Jeremy describes it, like a dried up husk kind of feeling, empty, dry, unhappy, unsatisfied. I don't know if I'm describing this person. The Hermit, introspection, solitude. I'm going to ask for a clarifier on the Seven of Cups and then the Tower, and then we'll see. Oh, hi Sharon, thank you. Three of Wands. Something that's expanding or growing. So there's something. Okay, so choices are expanding and growing, but in Jeremy, he focuses kind of like on the daydreams, the illusions, not getting swept up. So something's building up, something's starting to expand. But I don't know if this is necessarily going to be a good thing. Let me see, because we did get the tower. So let me get a clarifier for the tower. Five of Wands. There's the snakes. Ugh, and I had a horrible nightmare about a snake last night. Um, so the tower and the five of wands, the snakes. There's a conflict coming, a tower's coming. It's going to be chaotic. There's going to be conflict. It's not nice. Again, the overall energy. Um, I don't know. This is being caused by this illusions or delusions that somebody had. A lot of different emotions up. You've got fire and you've got water here. That's a lot of steam. Steam expand, with water, fire, boom, steam expands, creating. And then you've got the four cups. So there's somebody, I don't know who this four cups is. I hope some of this makes sense, Carolyn. I am going to have to go shortly though. Ace of Wands. Something threaded, something new has to come out of this. So out of this Ace of Cups, something is being threaded. The bird is taking that thread and something new is going to be woven, created, threaded. There's that creative potential. But there's going to be a requirement of hermit mode going in. And I'll pull two more, see what we get, Carolyn. King of Wands. Again, there's the thread. Another bird with a thread. Something's getting threaded. Something's being sewn. Something's being drawn together. Something's being created. Something's being woven. The King of Wands, again, the fire sign, fire energy. Someone who's very creative, passionate. Doesn't let the fire not get to his head. So you think this is Harry Nelson coming, that okay. I keep forgetting some famous people, and then I got the Page of Swords, which is the harpy, and this is leaving the past behind and moving forward. Again, exploration, creative ideas, forging ahead, wanting to prove there's something new coming through. But what's really sticking out to me though is this tower and this five of wands, Carolyn. Yeah, that's what I have, hon. I can always pull cards again later if you want, and I can email. But Oz do need to get going though. Thank you everybody for being here. I'll talk to Allyson text message a little later. Next Friday, we should be here. I am going to it's going to actually be my birthday next Friday, and I was going to ask Allyson. But I know she would say all right, but I was going to see if I could have maybe some people pop in here and there and join Allyson and I. No, excuse me. To say hi, to celebrate, hang out for a bit. So that'll be my birthday. So yeah, Tom, I hope you can make it. Be nice to have you join us for a few minutes if I call it kind of like my VIP. He could be sad his son died 2 years ago. Okay. I don't know if the cups could be maybe, overindulgence, daydreams, drinking, but that tower moment, the conflict, a lot of like emotional, um, possibly emotional conflicts and things. Um, but yeah, it's quite possible. Tom, bring the drinks. So, and Carolyn, please let Allison know when you and Peter would be up to joining us, even, possibly next week. Tom, smoke it over there. So anyways, thank you everybody again for joining me. I'll have my little VIP list I'll send out, see if anybody would like to pop on and hang out for a bit. So again, everybody have a great night, have a safe weekend, and we'll see you all next time.